No one, absolutely no one, is a bigger advocate for Blue Protocol than I am. I have collectively amassed several million views over the course of the last few years for my Blue Protocol videos, and I have been hyping it ever since the day it was announced. I have played every single test phase that has been released. I've been fairly positive in the things I've been sharing. I've covered every little bit of information, every live stream, every class announcement, every adjustment that Bandai Namco has made for the game. But Amazon Game Studios, who are the North American and worldwide publisher for Blue Protocol, are essentially lagging so far behind the rest of the actual world that the game is essentially suffering a slow descent into death, a decline that could be easily avoided if they just released this year. And I'm going to talk about how and why Amazon Game Studios are killing Blue Protocol in just a moment. Before we do, if you're interested in playing the Japanese version of Blue Protocol, I have a guide on how to get in, how to install and play it in English. We have an active Discord server with tons of English players. I have my day 1 and day 2 impressions posted. I stream Blue Protocol, MMOs, and gacha games every weekend. And finally, I just want to quickly shout out our patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to push out regular videos like this. I cannot express enough how much I appreciate you all. And this right here, this image over on the Blue Protocol PC subreddit, which is run by Commander A's and myself, Commander A's of course being the moderator over on the New World subreddit, pretty much sums up the state of Blue Protocol right now. Smilegate, the developer and publisher of Lost Ark in Korea, announced that they were going to be publishing the Korean version of Blue Protocol in 2023. What this means is that the game is localized and ready to release this year, in the next few months. Cayenne Tech announced today that they were going to be publishing Blue Protocol in Taiwan, in Hong Kong, and in Macau during summer of 2023. What this means is that Blue Protocol is currently localized into the respective languages displayed on screen right now, and that this game is going to be releasing, theoretically, in the next few months. Amazon Game Studios announced that they had to delay Blue Protocol for an undisclosed reason, lagging an entire year behind every other Asian country that is going to be receiving the game. Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau. These are all regions that are going to be receiving the game a year or more ahead of the global, the worldwide version. What this means is that we're all going to play and we're all going to burn out, we're going to tire of the content before the game launches globally. This happened with Lost Ark, this happened with Soul Worker, this happened with Closers, this has happened with a multitude of different Asian MMOs. Typically players will play it in the original form it was released, in the original region it was released in, and when it comes over, they're too burned out, they're too tired to invest time into playing it all over again, and they just don't care. There have been tens, if not hundreds of thousands of players that have tested the game out in Japan. A lot of them were banned over the course of the last few days. When the game launches in Korea, I guarantee you there are going to be equally as many people that test the game out via Smilegate servers. I don't think Smilegate is going to ban or censor or region restrict the game to the extent that Japan did, so we're going to have a lot more players reaching much greater lengths. Then there's the Taiwanese, the Hong Kong, and the Macau versions of the game. What this means is if they didn't play the Japanese version, if they didn't play the Korean version, or if they did, they're going to play the Chinese version, which means they're going to get their fix there. By delaying the global release of Blue Protocol, Amazon are essentially reducing the impact Blue Protocol would have by potentially tens, if not hundreds of thousands of players. And I know some people are going to argue that point, they're going to contest that point, they're going to claim that players are still going to play the English version of the game. And I have no doubt in my mind that they will. But there are going to be a significant number of players nonetheless that are going to play the Asian versions first and either not bother to play the global version when it releases, the English version when it releases. This happened with PSO2. They didn't want to migrate on over and waste the months or year worth of investment they put into their characters, or they're just not going to want to do it all again. So they're going to be inhibiting the English version by releasing it over a year later than the rest of the world. This is not going to kill the game, but Amazon are definitely doing everything they possibly can to hinder, to inhibit the success that Blue Protocol would garner, all to promote that piece of shit Throne and Liberty that absolutely nobody fucking cares about. Seriously. Now, if you're interested again in playing Blue Protocol, I have a guide on screen right now, or alternatively, go ahead and click the other video to see what MMOs are releasing this month that you might have missed out on.